Welcome back everyone, and today I'm going to do a bit of a forest out of these few trees I have here. These are, I think they're called goat willow, that's what I was told anyway. Basically they grow around here like weeds practically. A few of these I've just found growing in some of my pots, literally like that size, tiny little whips like that, and then you just pull them out, chop them back, and then they branch quite well. Literally, I'll just show you now, that's one there, you can see it's just rooting, just chopped all the branches off it. In fact that one was actually taken off the top of this one. Again, see, I just chopped all the roots off, and it's already starting to grow new roots from the chop point, so they grow pretty well. So I have a few cuttings, little ones and things, and like that during the year I'll probably be pulling even this one. It's just like even that is starting to grow some little roots. I'll probably be pulling more out of my pots here and there. This big one I took out of it was growing out the top of a wheelie bin. It was just about 12 foot tall, no branch on it. It was just a big long straight, huge big long straight stick growing out the top of a wheelie bin, but the wheelie bin was full of like old foam and stuff, and it filled with water. The lid had blown open, so this was just growing on the top of the foam, and it ended up getting quite a nice root base. And like that I just did a chop about 5 years ago now, 4 or 5 years ago, chopped it back completely, so it was just literally like a stick like that, and slowly but surely over the last few years I've been growing it. Grows quite well, it fills out pretty good. You have to keep on top of the pruning, and even in the summer, because they do grow quite rapidly. The leaf is it's a bit bigger than the Chinese elm leaf. It's a bit longer, but they do stay quite small, especially when if you keep trimming them. So I've had them all in individual pots for quite a while, these few anyway, for a few years, so it's time now I was thinking of putting them all together into one pot and make a bit of a forest out of them. And yeah, so we'll get cracking with that, see how we go. So I have this big pot here, so we'll start by putting some mesh in it. This is the pot that this big one was in. It was growing on top of like a little house ahead. So you have the house here. This was completely covered in moss, and I had it growing at the side of this on top of that, but I just decided now I wanted to make it into a forest. So first thing I'll do is put down some mesh. This is just the old mesh I took out. I won't bother tying it in, I'll just put it down like that. And I have a lot of soil that I took out of the pot. It's still perfectly good. It's quite wet, but it's alright. So we'll start by putting a layer of that down. They do like a lot of moisture, these trees. You have to keep them quite moist. They don't like to dry out. You have to drop the branches if they dry out. So we'll just shake all that in there. Those are base layering, right? Soil that was left from repotting it last year. It was still in the pot, so it's still pretty good. Doesn't look to be any weeds or anything in it, so just put that as our base layer first. Like that. Okay, gives us a start. Getting my hands nice and dirty. Okay, now I do have this rock here which I like to use in it. Maybe say something like that, just to give us two different heights. And now rather than just having it all as one flat surface, we could maybe put that in there like that, and then if we just place the trees now around just to see where we think would be good for them. Put the main big one there. We'll probably dig this out a little bit when we do decide. Second biggest one, it's got a bit of moss growing on the trunk, so just give that a little scrubbing while I've got it. Bring that one forward. Just get a bit more soil for up here. Put that up a bit. Need to find the front of this tree. I think maybe that looks okay. So let's do something like that. Two of them. A little bit of soil behind that one. Keep it up. As you can see, they grow pretty good roots, fine roots. I just took them out of the pots and just give them a bit of a wash down, trim the roots back so they're all ready to go. So I wasn't wasting your time doing all that part. Okay, so if we went with something like that. And we've got these two trees here. Put that one maybe there. I'm going to try and I think I need something possibly on this side. That tree would be better up there. Bigger one. And this one down here. How does that look? The only thing is do I prefer this one up there, the big one at the front? Yeah, I think that looks a bit better because this is a thicker trunk. It looks better to be more at the front. And if we just have now, I could always put one of these here at the front. A little bit so we can see that one. So it's not in direct line with that. Just do a bit of a hole for that one. Stand it for a minute. Kind of put that up against the rock like that. How's that looking? Go with them as the four main trees. Then something like that maybe. Have a look. Okay. And then these small ones. Put everyone back there. Yeah. And maybe just have like a little one in the front here in the foreground. You can keep that one quite small, like more like a bush size. And then there's one kind of weird looking shaped one here. Just stick that right back there or something. Might not even need that one. Let's have a look at that now from a distance. Yeah, the only thing I don't like is it's a bit kind of, would it be better to put a small tree over here just to give it a bit of a yeah, maybe that looks a little bit better. Just to give us a bit more shape to it, rather than just having a big tree right in the edge. Give us a bit of a slope on this side. Okay, and these small ones we can just stick in the background for now till they grow. Okay, I think that will be good there. So we'll start by popping these two up. I don't bother wiring these in because it won't take long for them to take a hold. These little ones even, I'd completely filled their pots with roots in the space of a year. And they were quite big pots which they were in, it wasn't like they were in little. Okay, so that one's okay there. Kind of fits nicely in that rock. I was thinking putting a bit of soil in there. Back. Direction. I have to just put a couple of rocks on this one just to hold it until it does take. Let's see. Just fill it out with a bit more soil. I know we're kind of hiding a bit of the root base at the moment, but when it does take, we can always rake back the top bit of soil to show the root base again. Okay, so now with this tree next. Let's move these away a minute. It. Just out our front. Yeah, I think it's good even though the scar's at the front, but when it fills in with leaves you can't see that scar at all. Just that with this soil. Just work that one in a bit. Like I said, with these trees, they just grow everywhere. Just, I don't know, wherever the seed seems to drop, they take. No bother. You find them in footpaths and anywhere there's a space for them to grow. So I can always add more to the forest afterwards if I feel wants another one or two. Okay, so that's the third one in. It's okay. Now, this one. That one a bit there, I think. Just push that into the soil. You see they're just starting to, buds are just starting to push out now, so perfect time for repotting them, I would say. Just add another bit of soil to that. Hold that one in place. I'll keep this now for a while out of the wind. Keep it in a sheltered place so it doesn't get hit by the wind, so these won't blow over me. My eye on it. Like I said, in a couple of weeks I'll have shot roots down and filled this pot again. Nope. Okay. Now, big one next. We're going to put this one up against this rock here. So we'll just dig a little bit of a hole there. Now, do we want to that way? And if we do it that way, it's kind of mimicking this one with this branch. Got the two branches going the same, so maybe I'll turn it this way. For now, because it's just a twig, no branches really, we can just grow the branches to suit. Yeah, it looks nice there next to the rock. You can see it in there, and it's not in line with the other one, slightly off line. Slightly that way. Put that as tight to the rock as we can get it. Okay. Put the soil on that. Okay, so we're just left with these now. We want any more up here. We want to kind of leave a bit of open space there. Maybe back here somewhere. Now we can always move them afterwards if we find they're not in the ideal spot. And this one, the whole top of this is dead, but it's throwing out roots, so it'll probably shoot out down here. We'll probably cut off the top of that dead bit. The branch is dead. Just a little tiny one, but it will grow. No doubt in my mind. And this one, don't think you can bother with that one. Okay, so that's them all planted up. Now, what I want to do next is I'm going to give it a coat of some fine sieved akidama. Just going to put a layer of that over the top. It'll just help the moss to hold. Just fill in the gaps a little bit. Just hold a bit of moisture onto the moss. I'll put moss on it, because if you put the moss on there, the more core stuff, it tends to dry out a bit. Okay. Now, what I'll do now is I'll just give that a bit of a spray. Actually, I will actually just take it outside and give it water and then bring it back in. Okay, so I've given it the water. It's all nice and wet. So now we will just start putting some moss around. Hold it all in place. Possibly could have left the rock up a tiny bit more than it is, but I'll have to do for now. Somewhere around the base of the rock. Now we could decide on a path. So, a little path going through the forest. But for now, I think I'm just going to moss it all, and at a later date then we can decide if we do want to pass in it, we can decide where we want to pass. And then we just have to cut it out. Now, this bit here, but it's got all this stuff growing in it. This moss is ideal because there's not a lot of soil on it. It was growing on top of some concrete, so it's quite thin soil on it. It's basically just dust that it's collected. It's collected on the concrete, and then the moss is growing in the dust then. A little bit of soil that's put in there. moss here, so I might have to go collecting some more. Collected the moss in a bag, so now I'm down to all the broken bits. We'll just keep plugging away. There you can just keep adding to these little landscapes. If you wanted to put in some little bushes or something at some stage, or some little paths, whatever you make yourself. Ready up and down to the little frying bits now. I'm sure they'll spread. Still not rumbling. Must be time for dinner. How are we looking? Actually not too bad with the bit of soil showing, the Akadama showing. here and there anyway. Like that. Right. Keep it out the wind, masking. Spread, and I'm filling in. Okay, so it's all done. Let's get the edge of the powder wiping. So it's all tight around this back edge. Okay, like I said, maybe one day I might add a little path going through here maybe, or somewhere, or something up here. We'll see. But for now, we'll call that one done. I'll just get the camera now and give you a little close look at it. As you can see, they grow quite good root bases, and like that one back there has a good base. We'll dig that out to a later date. That's all filled in nicely. The moss will eventually cover it all, I suppose, and it'll look well when it's growing over the rock. It gives it a bit natural looking, I think. Okay, so if you liked the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, and we'll see you on the next one.